Good morning again. I will talk about vectors part 2. What's the meaning of equal vectors? The meaning of equal vectors, I have the same magnitude or the same length and I have the same direction. So again, what's the meaning of equal vectors? It means have the same magnitude, I mean the same length, and they have the same direction. Vector addition, I have head to tail method, as you see in the figure. Vector AB plus vector BC, it equals the resultant vector, which is AC. Then I have the parallelogram method. I have two vectors issued from the same initial point, which is A, according to the figure. So the vector AB plus the vector AC, it equals the vector what? AD, as you see in the figure. Okay. As homework, I will talk about the question for page 585 in your math book. If you don't have the book, I will give you the image or the page of 585. Then I will ask you to find the length and the direction of the vector V with the coordinates 2 and 3 as homework. Look at the questions. I have question number 60. Which vector is parallel to the vector 2 and 1? Question number 61. The vector 7 with 9 represent the velocity of a helicopter. And what is the direction of this vector to the nearest degree? Exercise number 62. I have a canoe sets out on a course given by the vector 511. What's the length of the canoe's course to the nearest unit? Is it going to be 6 or 8 or 12 or 16 units? In the first question 60, you have to find out which one is going to be equal to the vector 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Is it vector U? Is it vector B? I mean vector V, the answer B. C, is it the vector W? And D, as you see, is vector Z. Look at the figure in the coordinate plane. You can determine what are the X coordinates and the Y coordinates. For example, vector U, you are moving how many units to the right side? How many units? And how many units are you moving upward? In vector V, how many units to the right side? And how many units upward? Z the same thing and W the same thing. Again, what is or which vector is parallel to 2 and 1? That means I have to find the length. And of course, I need to find actually the second thing of talking about equal vectors, which is the same magnitude. 2 and 1. This is the meaning of this question. In exercise number 61, the vector 7 with 9 represent the velocity of the helicopter. And what's the direction of this vector to the greatest or to the nearest degree? 7 with 9. So it's obvious that you have to find, or you can draw this figure in a coordinate plane by taking always the initial point, what? 0, 0. And the terminal point, it's 7 with 9. So if he asks you to find the angle, you will find it using the tangent inverse, which is 9 over 7. Using the calculator, you will find the answer. A canoe sets out on a course given by the vector 5 with 11, what's the length of the canoe's course to the nearest unit? Again, if I'm going to draw this figure or this vector on the coordinate plane, the initial point, guys, what was it? The initial point is the original point with 0. And 0 with 0 always x1 and y1. So it's look like I'm going to say the square root of 5 squared plus 11 squared, which is 25 plus 121. 5 squared plus 121, 25 plus 121, and the answer is going to be the square root of 146. Okay, and he said to the nearest unit, so you will find the number and you have to take its approximate value. Of course, you should remember that the square root of 146 is going to be between the square root of 144 and the square root of 130 or 169. Yani it's going to be an answer between actually 12 and 13, and the answer is going to be 12. Yalla, I solved this question for you. Okay guys, thank you for listening.